Hi YouTube, it's Alan Sagano, president of ADS Consulting Group, and today I'm here to talk to you about the one, two, three, four, five best practices for IT professionals. Number one is get good backups. I've never had a client say, "Hey Alan, it was just too darn easy to restore that data. What the heck?" It's always the other way around. When you mean we can't restore it, that way we're backing up. Aren't you doing your job? Blah, blah, blah. It is the most important thing to do, whether you're doing just daily stuff, you're doing a major upgrade. You always want to have a fallback position in case something goes sideways. Just like the Hippocratic Oath says, right, is if you're troubleshooting something that's very complex, the first thing, do no harm, which usually means getting a good backup, right? You don't want to make a bad situation worse. With a good backup, at least you can get them back to the point it was before things blew up. So they are not going to make a bad situation worse. Get good backups. Follow the 3-2-1 backup rule. I have another video that explains what the 3-2-1 backup rule is there, so you can watch that video. It's on our YouTube channel. Super, super, super important. The other number two is never stop learning. You should always feel, and I tell this to my coworkers as well, you should, and my employees, never stop learning. You should always feel a little uncomfortable, like, oh, gosh, I don't want to learn this. It's such a pain, da, da, da. I feel a little uncomfortable. I don't feel really confident about what it is that I'm doing. That's actually a good thing because that means you're always, always learning new things. And as you know, in technology, things tend to change very, very quickly. Sometimes they don't change fast enough, but usually they change very, very quickly. I kind of joke with my employees and say, look, I can lock you up in a closet for a year. And if I let you back out after a year, okay, you wouldn't be worthless, but you would be severely degraded, right? You just would be. It's just the way that things change so quickly. So, and I said, if I locked you up for 2 years or certainly 3 years, you would come out pretty much worthless, right? Just because things change so quickly, your skill set, you wouldn't know the current version of blah, blah, blah. It's really, really important. So always feel a little uncomfortable, never stop learning. Number three, document, 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 document. Did I mention it's important to document? Super, super important, right? We have an internal knowledge base and we have a standing order. If it takes longer than 5 minutes to figure out a problem, it needs to go into our knowledge base. Also record stuff, and you may think at the time, this goes whether you're a coder, an IT admin, a CIO, CTO, CSO, document, document, document. It's really embarrassing when it's bad enough when you can't figure out what somebody else did. It's really bad when you can't figure out what you did. You're like, why did I do that? Oh, that must be wrong. Click, click. Oh yeah, now I remember. Be clear. I've never, ever, ever regretted documenting something. However, sometimes boy, I wish I would have been a little more thorough. So also be thorough, be complete. And this is one of those, when you document, a stitch in time saves 9,000, right? So do it while it's fresh in your head. While, oh my gosh, this is so obvious, blah, blah, blah. If you're like me, I can't even remember what I had to eat yesterday. So it just it's in there and then it just evaporates very, very quickly. Document, document, document. Super important. Number four, communicate clearly. So set expectations, why we're doing what we're doing. If there's going to be downtime involved, there's going to be disruptions. Also give yourself a little bit of breathing room. So if you think the upgrade's going to take an hour, tell them the system's going to be down for 2 to 3 hours, just in case something goes sideways, because sometimes it does. I mean, you always hope for the best, but definitely plan for the worst. So it's really, really important to tell not only what you're doing, but also why you're doing it and how you're doing it. You don't have to get into the weeds about it, but certainly you need to keep your end users informed so that they know what's going on. Really, really, really important. And number five is always, 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 it's kind of tied in with never stop learning, is work on your troubleshooting skills. Uh, as an IT professional, a lot of times you're fixing problems. It's just break fix. Hopefully you're not doing it all the time, because if you are, you probably have some things that just aren't set up appropriately in your infrastructure. But that being said, it comes with the territory. You need to be very, very good at troubleshooting items. We use kind of what's called the binary search approach, where we'll basically cut the problem repeatedly in half till we can find out where it is and then fix it pretty quickly. Over the years, and we've been doing this a very long time, we're able to fix problems very, very quickly. Because we have the experience, but more importantly, we're very good at cutting the problem in half to find it. It sounds so obvious, right, that in order to fix a problem, you have to actually know where it resides. But you'd be surprised at how many people are just like fly off and they don't cut the problem in half. They go straight and they skip a bunch of troubleshooting steps and they start focusing on areas where the problem isn't. The other thing we see also with troubleshooting is frustration, right? And of course, it can be, obviously the most difficult problems to solve are intermittent. So you're trying to figure out, when does it occur, under what situations, what changed, what were you doing, is it reproducible? All those things are questions you should be asking during the troubleshooting process. But always work on your troubleshooting skills. If you can solve problems that nobody else can, you become insanely valuable to your organization, bottom line, period. There's no exceptions to that. I've never seen anybody that was successful in this industry that does not have really, really good troubleshooting skills. So those are our top 5 tips. Hope you like this content. If you do, please boink, hit that subscribe button, and we'll keep making this content. Thanks a lot for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. See you later. Bye.